In the Amazon, the last call.
Seguimos en Brasil. Iniciamos un capítulo más de nuestra serie, pero en este caso en el
We are still in
Brasil
Brazil,
de los negocios,
with another episode in our
negocios
series,
secretos,
but this
de los
time,
negocios
we are
oscuros,
visiting the Brazil of a
del
secret
negocio
and dark
biocida
business,
del tráfico
the
de
biocide of trafficking
Este
in
maletín que me
endangered
acompaña
species.
es aparentemente el maletín de cualquier
This
mujer o
briefcase
hombre
I
de
have
negocios
here
del mundo,
looks like the
de
briefcase
cualquier
any
yuppie,
businessman or
pero en
woman,
este caso,
any
puedo
yuppie in the
decir
world
unos
might
negocios
carry.
muy especiales.
But as we
Tan
said
especiales y
before,
tan suculentos
this is a very
que
special
hacen que el
business,
ingenio
so
humano
special and
se
succulent that it
desarrolle
inspires
hasta el
human
punto
ingenuity to
de
create a
crear en
series
su
of secret
interior
compartments
una serie de
so that live
compartimentos que
birds,
permitan
a few simple
a unos
birds,
pájaros,
can be
algo así,
transported in this
¿sabes?
briefcase.
Vivir en este lugar
These birds are
hasta
captured in
el
Brazil,
lugar de destino.
and their price increases by 4,000% once they reach Europe, the Europe in which, for example, I live. I find myself precisely in the Department of Law Enforcement of the IBAMA, the Brazilian Institute for the Environment, because work is being done here in this field, in this big business that moves $2 billion, that's billion with a B, $2 billion a year. Butterflies have always attracted man with their ephemeral beauty, and for some time now they have also stimulated his capacity to do business. This is one of the butterflies that were confiscated from a successful trader from Kuala Lumpur in October of last year. Just a fraction of the 381 butterflies that were going to be sold in Malaysia for more than $80,000. The first thing one learns in Brazil is that its economic wealth reflects the wealth of its wildlife. Every day, millions of animals are bought and sold. The real Brazilian dresses up, perhaps to remind us that around here everything has a price, including its biological diversity. Beauty has a price in Brazil, and the animal kingdom has also come under the siege of the market and its whims. Today, the officers of the CIGS, the Training Center for Jungle Warfare, have a very special job to do. Their enemy is an illegal business, and their mission, to try to restore to nature what it took so much to produce. In the middle of the Amazon, a hotel owner decided to fill his establishment with animals so that the tourists would feel closer to the rainforest. Ignoring current legislation, he had every kind of specimen captured for his private business, convinced that he lived in a banana republic. Lieutenant Alves is a nature lover, and fortunately his sense of patriotism goes beyond his human interests. The alligators he has come to rescue today are also his fellow compatriots. He is accompanied by one of the most important crocodile specialists in the country, because the operation is delicate. These Amazon alligators have been trapped in this swimming pool for 5 years. They deserve something better than to amuse tourists. If they suffer too much stress, they could die, so it's necessary to act very quickly to avoid mishaps. These animals are unpredictable, and although the operation is carried out with ease, the danger of dying in their jaws is always present. One must be quick and careful. This annoyed man has already been fined, and today, moreover, his business has been closed as a precaution. One of the specimens weighs 2 tons. It's a giant that right now doesn't distinguish friends from enemies. First, he has to be disarmed. His jaws could cut his rescuers in two. Sedated and tied, they are more easily transported. It is probably the last bad time these beautiful creatures will have to suffer. So one by one, the 3 specimens confiscated by the Army will travel to a recovery center where, after a few weeks under observation, they will be returned to nature and to freedom. The river needs alligators, and as you can see, the abused alligators need the affection of certain people. Other hostages of this madhouse are also returned to the forest. Their presence in this hotel, besides being ridiculous, reflects a disdain for the animal life of the forest, which the lieutenant and his men do not tolerate. 37 animals have been rescued in this operation.
No ombro, negão, no ombro. Vai! Vai! Bora, negão, bora! Chega aí na frente ali, chega aí na frente ali. Pega uma dor aqui, ó. Peraí. Bora, direto.
These young men are fulfilling their military duty as porters. On this litter, they are carrying a unique specimen that will once again reign over the river, and never again will tourists toss French fries at it. This time, everyone's efforts have yielded good results. An adult alligator has been rescued, but things don't always turn out like that. Its prehistoric skin once again makes contact with the water. And despite the upsetting episode, this crocodile has not lost its smile. Everything has gone well. With an injection of adrenaline, this majestic creature weighing 2,000 kilos will be set in motion again. Meanwhile, the soldiers and the commanders of this post in the Amazon will shout for once, mission accomplished, in their fight against environmental crime.
Bora aí, vô. Ai. Levanta pra passar a parte de trás.
Unfortunately, there are many missions yet to be accomplished. Much disturbed nature, and some centers like Campo Grande here, that provide a little R&R for the animals confiscated by the federal police as they were being taken out of the country. Some didn't make it, dying within days. And under no condition can they return to nature, since they have been crippled for life in the wild. The black market in animals has sentenced them to life imprisonment. Others, like this Guara wolf, will see only half of life. The traffickers who captured him removed one of his eyes so that he wouldn't give them any trouble during transport.